Hey, this is the Assassin here. We are Hyper Menace and we are brothers for life. Welcome to our FIFA 22 Pro Club Striker Guide series. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Welcome back to our Pro Fundamentals episode 2. In this exciting tutorial, we will focus on positioning and chemistry. Please check out episode 1 if you haven't already watched it so that you could get up to speed on pro builds, patience, and confidence. Now let's get to it. I know that many of you are probably thinking, what the heck, we don't need this tutorial, we already know positioning, but let me tell you this, if you want to take your game to the next level, then knowing positioning isn't exactly the same as mastering it. So learn our technique in this tutorial series and you will master our 3 positioning fundamentals on and off the ball. Now let's take a closer look. On the ball diagonal runs, one of the most powerful run techniques in the game and one of the easiest to master. Throughout this episode, the most important things to watch for are the direction that AIs or other pros are facing, the direction they're running, and most importantly, further away AIs that may close us down later. In this tutorial, red markers will always show closer AIs that could tackle us straight away, and amber markers will show further away AIs that may try to close us down later. As you can see here, we made a really nice diagonal run away from red markers, slightly adjusted inside the box away from the amber marker, and finished with a nice near post chip. In this particular scenario, I want you to guess the best path to goal, and remember, the shortest path isn't necessarily the best path. If you take a look at the red markers in front of our pro, they're both running in our direction and facing the red zone. Taking FIFA logic into account, they will always close down our run and win the ball if it is in the direction that they're facing. So what we really want to do here is apply our diagonal run technique, go around red markers and adjust our direction away from the amber marker, and again we manage a nice near post finish. Our next technique here is on the ball cutting inside. It is also a very powerful technique, but you will need the right build to be able to pull it off smoothly. So please check out episode 1 and take a look at our pro builds if you haven't already done so. So if we take a look at the red markers, the one closer to us is already facing the red zone area. Remember, AIs have poor agility, so what we want to do here is cut inside behind the red marker and quickly adjust our direction in the box, and again we manage a nice low finesse shot far post finish. On the ball agility turn is yet another critical technique to add to your game. You will also need the right pro build to be able to master it and pull it off smoothly. So let's take a look at our red markers. One of them is already running towards the red zone area and the other is about to turn in that direction. What we want to do here is turn around the red marker, quickly get into the green zone area away from the amber marker, and create enough space for us to go with a comfortable near post finish. In this advanced example, I wanted to show you that this technique is also very effective in tight spaces and even when you're surrounded by defenders. The second I got the ball, I turned away from the closest red marker and created enough space for a comfortable far post finish. Moving on to off the ball diagonal runs, it's also a very powerful and easy to master technique. You don't really need a special build for it, but you need to pull it off quickly before you're closed down by defenders. As you can see here, our brother Junior is playing striker. He makes a diagonal run away from the red markers, adjusts his direction in the box, and goes for a comfortable far post finish. In this advanced example, I wanted to show you that this technique is also very effective in tight spaces and even when you're surrounded by defenders. So what we want to do here is make a diagonal run away from the closest red markers into the green zone area and create enough space to go for a far post finish. Off the ball runs behind, this is one of the most powerful off the ball techniques in the game. But for it to work, you must have the right build and most importantly, pick the right positioning for your runs. As you can see here, we've got 2 red markers closing down the possible ground pass, but Junior makes a well-timed run behind. I pick him out with a lofted through ball. He does well to control it and goes for a far post finish. This is another run behind variation. As you can see here, Junior had 2 red markers right ahead of him, so making the run through the red zone area would have been the wrong choice. Instead, he goes for a well-timed run behind around the closest red marker and into space and goes for a comfortable first time far post finish. In this advanced example, I wanted to show you that this technique is also very effective starting from deep positions. Always make your runs behind where red markers are facing and never through red zone areas. So what we want to do here is make a run behind the last closest red marker into the green zone area, enough to go for an epic near post finish. Finally, moving into our last positioning technique of the ball awareness. Others may call it luck, but trust me, this is not luck. It's creating chances and making your presence felt on the pitch. An opportunity is never lost unless the ball is out of play. Here I went for a front sliding tackle, cleanly won the ball, and boom, back of the net. As you can see here, I got into space after a clearance anyway, and I anticipated a possible pass. It did come through, and I went for a quick finish on the volley. Here I got pushed off the ball, the goalkeeper was there, I still went for a possible interception, I blocked the clearance, and boom, back of the net. Edge of the box area is a powerful interception zone. When other players are inside the box and you get in the right position around the edge area, you're guaranteed to get a few chances and even better, score them all. So please don't underestimate our off-the-ball awareness technique, and I hope you have fun mastering it. Before we move on to chemistry, I just wanted to say thank you for sticking around, and I hope you found our positioning technique effective and helpful. Please share your stories with us, and if you like this tutorial, please like, comment, and subscribe to support our channel. In order to develop good chemistry, there are two core ingredients that you and your teammates must 100% be synced up on. The first being build a technique. To develop a good connection, you and your teammates must master the same techniques, and you must also create builds that will complete one another. As you all know, we can't have a single build with every perk or archetype, can we? The second being positioning and timing, which are also critical techniques that you and your teammates must also master. Now, you can practice our techniques together with your teammates in drop-ins or even on your own. It wouldn't really matter at that point. The most important thing here is that you and your teammates individually master these techniques. Okay, enough with the theory. We want to show you how we brought our pro fundamentals and techniques to divisions 1 and 2, so let's go see them in action. Here Junior plays up the AI, I call for it, knowing where Junior will be making his run, he gets the ball and goes for a nice finish. Here Assassin passes it to me, I pick the AI knowing where Assassin will be making his run next, he calls for it and goes for a nice finish. Here Junior makes a small diagonal run, I pick him out with a pass on the volley and he goes for yet another nice finish. Here I played up the AI again until Junior makes his run and calls for it and he goes for a nice far post finish. Here I knew Junior was making a really good run behind, I picked him out with a very quick lofted through ball, he controls it and he scores. This is a personal favorite of mine. I knew Junior was making a run in behind, I picked him out with a pass on the volley and he scored. Again, knowing Junior's run technique, I knew he's making a run in behind, he gets the ball and goes for a near post finish. Here Assassin knew what I'm about to do, he picks me out with a pass, it was pretty tight, I went for an agility turn and a near post finish. Now this one is my top all-time favorite. Assassin makes a run with the ball, plays it across the 6-yard box and I score. But hey, let's take a look at this again. Junior and I are making the exact same diagonal run at the exact same time, and I end up stealing his Rabona goal. Alright, thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please share your comments and let us know how you found our positioning masterclass to be, and we look forward to seeing you on our next tutorial, finishing techniques.